Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your monthly reading for June 2023. This is for Gemini, Sun, and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guide to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Gemini. I do this because I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one, rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your readings. Now, June, Gemini. First things first, happy birthday. Happy birthday. You know, I really loved your last reading. I love the direction we're going. I love that things are starting to happen for you. I love that. And I love you, Gemini. Y'all are amazing. I don't know if you're new to my channel, I'm a Gemini rising. So it's why my readings go really long. Anyway, so Gemini, June 2023. This is going to be a fiery month, okay? You are going to love it. There's a lot happening this month, and it's all we're kicking it off on June 1st. On June 1st, Jupiter is conjuncting the North Node. Now, if you don't know what that means, North Node, in like the quickest, like, layman's terms, it's like your soul journey, your spiritual journey. It's, if you want to call it, your destiny. And Jupiter, the planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity, belief, right? It's dancing with the North Node. I mean, it's a great way to kick off June. And then we go 2 days later, we have that full moon in Sagittarius. That's in your 7th house of partnerships. There should be some activity around that time. Full moons actually bring closure, so there could be some closure. I have a feeling that some of y'all are moving into really new places in your life, okay? Because what's happening is that we have this full moon in Sagittarius, all right? And it really is, this one is affecting all the mutable signs the most. And you're a mutable sign, which, you know, you're really good at adapting to things. But what day is it? On the 17th, we have a new moon in Gemini. We have a new moon in your sign, new beginnings, okay? And then at the end of this year, 6 months later, then we have that full moon in Gemini. So it's a good month to plant seeds, all right? To plant seeds, to go after these things that you want. But just looking at just what's going on for Geminis right now, there's a lot of activity indicating you may be coming to the end of something. You may be starting something new, all right? And this is really good. And they're all positive, and it's really great. So I really love that for you. Another thing that's happening is Mercury's entering your sign. This is really great. I really love that for you because, Mercury is your ruling planet. This is all about being communicative, social. It's such a great placement, and the fact that it's in your sign, that's amazing. We're also going to what else is happening this month? I want you to mark the 19th on your calendar. This is a rare aspect. Jupiter sextiling Saturn. It's super rare, and I actually want you to think about what happened for you back in, we're going to go way back now, December 21st, 2020. So just real quickly, if there's anything that you were trying to manifest or trying to initiate or we're working on around that time, you could see some action and activity around this time. Okay, this is it's really a very supportive aspect. I really love that. Mid-month we go into Cancer season. We have Mercury moving into Cancer. That's right, Mercury's only in your sign for 2 weeks. Take advantage of that. Now, the last thing I have to tell you, Gemini, the very last thing, you already know that Mars is in Leo. If you saw my last reading, Mars is in Leo until July. Now, what's happening this month on June 5th? Venus is moving into Leo. So we have both Mars and Venus in Leo. This is fiery. I tell you, Mars in Leo is already fiery, but Venus, come on, that's love, that's money, that's sex, that's everything that you think that Venus represents, right? So they're together. So there's a lot of, when I talk about high energy, when I talk about like just passion to the next level, passionate toward your passions, really like nothing can stop you now energy. Venus is going to be in Leo all summer. It's going to do a little retrograde in July. We'll talk about that in July, but it's going to be there all summer. So we have Mars in Leo, like this month, again, it's just going to be really fiery. This is all about like just spicing things up in your love life, creativity, self-expression. Shopping is going to be a big thing. You may love shopping around this time. One thing that's happening is that Mars and Venus in Leo is in your third house. It will be in your third house. You are the native ruler of the third house, which rules communication. And so there could be activity around that. There could be activity around your siblings. When I say siblings, it could, even if you don't have actual siblings, it could be like your soul sister. It could be your bro, right? Your squad, even neighbors too. There could be some activity around there, but you may also be traveling, and that's going to be definitely a thing for y'all. It's been a consistent theme for y'all, but let's go ahead and get started. If you are new to my channel, I do leave all the key astrological dates in the description box. And if you are a subscriber, remember to stay to the end, because after I do your spread, then I pull more cards. I break it down week by week to give you a little bit more insight and clarity on what to expect every week in June, okay? And that is in addition to the weekly readings that I do, but it's more just like a heads up, giving you a little bit of idea of what's going to be happening that week for you. And there's a lot of stuff happening in June. We haven't even covered half the stuff that's happening. So let's go ahead and get started, Gemini. Let's see what's going on for you for June 2023. Again, this is for Gemini, Sun and Rising. Boom. And if you want to read for your moon, your Venus, any of those other placements, then you are definitely welcome to. You are 1000% definitely welcome to do that. So let's get started, Gemini. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for you for June, okay? And happy birthday. Y'all, I can't believe it's June already. That's kind of crazy. Like I said earlier, it's I do a traditional cult of Christ spread. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, yeah, that was it. I don't do jumpers. I know that card fell out, but that was literally a slip of my hand. But look at this. This is crazy. I love this for you. You're good. You're absolutely good. When I say you're moving in this new direction, you're moving in this new direction. You're starting a new journey. There's this newness in your life, and you are definitely moving, okay, forward. You're definitely moving forward. It's a big thing. It's a huge thing. A lot of y'all let's just get started, okay? You do see that you did get the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords came up in your past, okay? So it's saying that you've been going through it. I'm not gonna lie, you haven't been doing your readings for, a year now on YouTube. Y'all have been going through it. Y'all have been going through it. So y'all have been in your heads a lot, okay? And, I'm not gonna lie, last year was kind of like, it was like up and down, and we had that Saturn-Uranus square. We had, all those eclipses. But you were in your head, okay? You were in your head. And there were moments where you were just doubting yourself, possibly concerned about your future, worrying about your future. There were many things that were, let's call them low frequency energies, okay? You're just in your head a lot. You can see that she is bound and blindfolded. You can see that she's completely surrounded by swords. Swords are the mental suit, by the way, all right? So communication, logic, intellect, all of that up there. So she thinks that she built this fortress to protect herself. But the reality is that she built this prison of her thoughts. Here's the thing. You can see her feet are free. She can walk out anytime she wants. Okay? We call this the self-victim card. All right? So it's a lot of like you creating this fear for yourself and not wanting to face some truths and possibly, avoiding things that you should be really taking on going like head on toward. All right. But remember, this came up in your past, and it looks like y'all did everything that you needed to because you got the King of Cups. So you got out of this headspace. And if you haven't yet, it's a good time to walk out. Remember, her feet are free. Everyone has free will. It may not be easy. It may not be easy. You see her, there, all that water and the dirt. So it is kind of like muddled clarity as you move forward, but at least you're moving forward, right? And then once you take that blindfold off, then you can see. And then boom, you got the King of Cups in the heart of your spread. This is amazing. This is what June is going to be for you. The King of Cups, this is someone who is so emotionally stable, someone who is so loving, someone who has all this love to give, all this self-love. In fact, I'm going to show you something here. You see his throne is on top of water. I mean, it's literally on top of water. But look how turbulent the water is. Nothing will knock you off that throne this month. You are going to be good. You're going to be good. All right? Nothing's going to knock you off that throne. Again, throne on top of water. Okay? There's, so much happening in this card, but there's a lot of, this month, I encourage you to just be you. Be you. Be that loving Gemini that you are. Spread that love. Have that self-love. Be very communicative too, okay? That really, use that to, the fact that Mercury is going to be in your sign, use that. Oh, and the fact that both Venus and Mars are in Leo in your third house of communication. Be very communicative this month, okay? That's your experts at that, all right? And use it to your advantage. Be, you're in a good place this month, and I really love this for you, and that's going to make you feel like emotionally stable. So if you feel like you've been trapped, if you feel like you've been in a headspace where it was really hard to communicate with others, like maybe all you wanted to do was stay at home and binge beef on Netflix all night. I was trying to think of a show that Geminis would like. I don't know. The Last Kingdom. Anyway, listen, if you had those moments, this is the month to just go out there, be social. It's the people that you meet, the people that you connect with that's going to, make you feel like spirited and alive, and, it's just bonding with your friends and even your family. Family is really important this month, okay? Now, you did get the Tower. You got the Tower in your challenge area. There's something you got to let go, okay? Something you got to let go, but some of y'all still have that fear. Okay, what's going to happen is that if you feel anxious, if you feel anxious, or if you feel like there's a disconnect, or you have a little bit of fear about the future or what's happening in your life right now, that's just going to keep boiling, and then just eventually. So you've got to face that fear, okay? Especially if you're still hanging on to something. It's good that you've gotten out of your headspace, and this month you are going to be emotionally stable, but you've got to let something go, something that may be holding you back still. The other thing is you can be emotionally stable, but you can also still be sensitive. I hope that makes sense for you. So sometimes when you are sensitive, and we are moving into Cancer season, sometimes when you are sensitive, you become a little bit more vulnerable. So remember, King of Cups in the heart of your spread. You've got this, okay? And you're gonna be great. The Tower card in your challenge area is really interesting because you got the Devil in your crown. So this is indicating that there is something you need to let go, all right? And the Devil is everything that you think the Devil would represent. It is fears. It's your shadow self. It's, parts of you that you don't like other people seeing. It's addictions. It's like drugs, alcohol, but also like binging Netflix, right? Not getting anything done, doom scrolling on your phone, not being productive, but also just your headspace, having that headspace of like just worry and doubt. That's what the Devil does. You see the two people here chained to the Devil. That's being seduced into this area of this low energy. I say the Devil is a trap, and it came up in your crown, so it's very clear as day that there still may be something that you have to surrender, something you have to let go. And it could be something that really, really affected you, something deep, all right? Oh my gosh, I'm about to start crying. Okay, Gemini, this is why empaths should not do tarot readings. So I want you to know something, okay? I'm going to not look at the camera because I'm going to start. Okay, okay, so here's the thing. With the Devil in your crown, with the Tower in your challenge area, and with the Eight of Swords in your past. I want you to know that this thing that you have to surrender, you asked, what resonates with you? Is it something in your physical world? Is it something emotional? Is it something spiritually, right? Is it something up here, okay? There's something that it seems deeply rooted, and it could have built up over time, all right? Could have built up over time. Now, one thing I want you to know, I feel like here's the thing, okay? With the devil, a lot of like trauma comes up, and especially with this spread, there could be something that there's like this build up of like something like traumatic that you're just like, I'm emotionally stable this month, I'm good, but then there's still that like in your subconscious, or there's something just lingering, or even like a sting. So I want you to know about trauma, okay? Trauma doesn't happen to us, it happens inside us, okay? And I said that the devil is, there's that addictive pattern that comes with the devil energy. So addiction is actually linked to our childhood, right? We're born with we have that the two fundaments of attachment and authenticity, all right? And so that's why I'm talking about this, is because when you become addicted to a certain behavior, a certain thought pattern, maybe, even like I said, like drugs and alcohol, which is the most cliche, or, it could be even like whatever resonates with you. Maybe it's like you have like a friends with benefit situation, it's not good for you. Ask yourself what resonates with you, okay? Now, so everyone has that attachment, right? To it's that attachment and authenticity. When you become addicted to something, and again, it can be even like Netflix binging, right? You lose that authenticity, okay? You keep that attachment, but you lose that authenticity. It's why, people go to rehab, for instance, because to rediscover themselves. So what I'm trying to say here is, because this is really significant, okay? This is very significant, because I haven't even talked about that yet. This is a very significant spread. Know that you're going to be fine. If there's any truth that you need to face, this is the month to do it. This is a month of things coming to an end, and you have the power to help to make these things come to an end, okay? Remember, I said Jupiter, if you saw my last reading, is in your 12th house right now. It's going to be in your 12th house all year. The 12th house is the subconscious. Jupiter is a planet of good luck, good fortune, belief, right? Faith. And so it's unrooting those things that are holding you back. So it could be really hard, but in the end, I have full confidence in you. Look at your spread. You have the King of Cups in the heart of your spread. But with that said, the kings, all their energies and their powers are external. So it could be a lot of you showing the world, or showing your friends, showing your family. Yeah, I'm good. I'm awesome. I've got this. I'm good. But then inside, you're just maybe a little bit, there's a sensitive part of you that is still kind of like, oh. And Geminis are the twins, right? But even still, you're going to be fine. And the reason I say that, well, let's talk about this. You got the Two of Swords in the root of your spread. And so there is a sense of you this month where a lot of y'all are going to have that moment where you're just going to have to remove yourself from people and whatnot, and just have that moment to have that clarity and just trust your intuition. That's the most important thing. Trusting your intuition, okay? That's going to help in so many ways. So it's even just being aware in the moment. Things come up, okay? And you don't even have to, I mean, if you do yoga, sure. If you meditate, sure. You would know that stillness of mind, okay? Being aware in the moment, having that awareness is a word I made up. It's a combination of awareness and clarity. Boom. And so even if you're dishwashing, just zone out and let everything come up. Now, what I say, awareness, or just awareness, being aware of the moment makes all the difference, okay? And so if you feel a little overwhelmed, if you feel like you're in a place where you're just like, I don't know which direction I'm going, I don't know, or I feel like something terrible is going to happen, or I feel like I'm not confident in my future, have that moment to just zone out, okay? Like, for instance, okay, pretend I'm doing it right now. So I would sit here and I'd be aware in the moment, okay? I'd be aware of the fact that, like, my hands are on the table and that, you know, this window's in front of me and that I'm sitting in this chair and, you know, my dog is right here by my foot. Just being aware of just everything, okay? That's bringing you in the moment. I mean, you don't have to do it for a long time. You can do it over time, just a couple times a day, go a little bit longer, but that really helps your intuition come out when you zone everything else out. All those answers are inside you, all right? And that's the reason why I'm telling you this, is because you're about to start a brand new journey and you want to be prepared. You got the Fool in your future. You're good. You're good, Gemini. You're good. The Fool. This is look, it's a zero, right? What's zero? Zero is nothing, okay? What's nothing? Nothing is actually everything. This is unlimited possibilities. This is infinite potential and possibilities. You have the full abundance of the sun in right here, okay? And as we know, the sun is in Gemini for the first, half of the month. The Fool, this is starting this brand new journey, okay? It's honestly, I want you to see something here. You see that he has a satchel, and so remember how I said it's zero. So when you're zero, there's nothing before you. You're zero, right? So he's actually taking only the things that he needs, moving forward into this new journey. There's something new happening for you this month, Gemini, especially because you have that new moon in your sign. So when I say it's time to surrender those things that are not serving you, only take the things that you need into this new chapter, journey, hero's journey, fool's journey, your journey, spiritual journey, this new journey that you're embarking on. Only take the things that you need, and you don't want to take anything that's going to be low energy. This is, the sun is vibrancy. It's sun. It's shining all those dark shadows out of your life. I mean, you are good. You're definitely starting a new journey. But that's the message for this thread. I got really passionate there, didn't I? Well, I care about you, Gemini. I do. I really do. Now, let's get to your stuff. Gemini, yeah, okay. This is a journey. Now, Gemini, if you like this reading, by the way, I always forget my lines. If you like this reading, it would be great if you subscribe, leave comments. I actually love hearing from you. I love hearing from y'all. And if you are a subscriber, you know I love you. You know I love you so much. And I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you. So I am very grateful, and I do appreciate it, you being here with me every week. So Gemini, we're looking at your staff now. Okay. When I say you're good, you're good. You're not going to believe me, but I want you to trust me, okay? You got the King of Wands. You're good, okay? A lot of y'all are going to get, you're going to get new, things that are just going to fulfill you emotionally. Let's keep it at that, okay? Let's keep it at that. There may be a big decision you're going to have to make this month, but it's a good decision with the Fool coming in. It's like, it could, ask it, and you'll see where it resonates. And then, of course, remember, I'm going to do more cards after this. But King of Wands, this is, he's entrepreneur here. Entrepreneur. And I'm not going to lie, this is, remember when I said Venus and Mars in Leo? There you go. King of Wands. Leo. You see the lions there. You see the salamanders too. That's huge. This is very transformative energy. The wands are your passions, creativity, ideas. Speaking of like invigorating and lively, those are wands. Okay, and also the thing about what else was I gonna say? Oh, and the wands are enterprise related. So like career, work, jobs. I mean, this is all you want. Okay, this is all you want to sit in that throne. Don't remember what I said. Mars and Venus and Leo. Do not let anything stop you from reaching your, like getting in the way of your path to enlightenment, the goals that you have, the dreams that you have. Dream big, dream huge, okay? No one ever said dream little, right? So go big. This is you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be good because this is your second king, okay? Your second king, but this king is all about passion. This is all about passion, but it's also very transformative energy, okay? And it's if other cards come up, I'll pull some more clarifiers. Then we'll talk about like the transformative part of this, but really just passionate, just ready to go. I call him the Steve Jobs of tarot too. He's like the entrepreneur, very influential, very inspiring. People looks up to him. Like this is, you're good. You're good. Okay. Now you did get the Three of Swords. All right. In your external factors area. So that's why I said earlier, you may not believe me when I say things are going to be good because you got the Three of Swords, but I want you to know something here. The Three of Swords came after the Fool. So there is this new journey. Remember, you also got the Two of Swords here, okay? And so there is this new journey that you will be embarking on this month, all right? And for some of y'all, it may be hard. It may be difficult because it may be something that is very new to you. I mean, this is the Fool. I mean, kicking off the Fool's journey. Talk about newness. So it may be a little bit challenging, and it may be something that you may but it's not like an energy. It's more like gosh, how do I even explain this? It's like if you've been at the same job for 5 years and then you know, a headhunter or recruiter got in touch with you and you really love that, you want that job. It's hard to let go of this one place where you love your colleagues and you're comfortable and you get to work from home. You get to, you know, everything's are good, but it's almost like this is now you're calling this new journey. But that's why you have to take this moment, because you may have to make this big decision this month with that new moon. And that's when I say trust me, Gemini, please trust me. You are good. You got the Queen of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Queen of Wands. You got the Queen of Wands. So I'm gonna just show you. You got the pair. So when I say you're good, you have to trust me. You have to trust me, all right? That energetically, I get the, I can feel that I'm not even getting into it, but you're good. It's just, if there's anything that you have to do, it really is surrender these things and surrender any fears before it gets to, like, if, you know, for instance, this card, sure, it's the, like, heartbreak card, but it's still a sword suit. Remember, I said the sword suit's the mental suit. So what's happening here starts going up here. And the whole point, the whole purpose of this, the goal is to take the swords out one by one, but it came in your external factors. So there is going to be this new journey. There's going to be an element of heartbreak. It could be because you're saying goodbye to a colleague that you've worked with for 5 years. It could be the fact that you are moving, or your best friend is that you've known for 20 years is moving across the country, and that's heartbreaking. Okay, but they're moving because they got this amazing job, or they got married, or do you see where I'm going with this? Like, some things in life are just, you know, they're hard, but this isn't a thing that I wasn't picking up anything that was like, oh no, watch out. It was more like that kind of energy. And there you go. There's her affirmation. The Queen of Wands. She is the most charismatic, the most regal. She is the, let's just say, like, you know, I always say, like, think of like Nicole Kidman or Rihanna or whoever, Charlize Theron, Scarlett Johansson, whatever. Any of them can, Johansson, they can walk into a room, get whatever they want. Just like the Queen of Wands. She has a uncanny ability to attract whatever she wants. Okay, you see that black cat? Remember what I talked about, your shadow self. She's in touch with her shadow self, right? But also, look at her. Look at her. hand so like firmly gripped with her on that wand, okay? And then in her other hand, she has a sunflower. The sunflower has the full powers of the sun, all right? And so this is really great that you're gonna get what you want, is what I'm saying. There's going to be something that that may be just a little emotional in the process, but you got the Queen of Wands, you got the pair here. And then you want to see what else you got? You got the Three of Cups. Celebration. Joy. Sisterhood, brotherhood, all of that. Remember I said family is like a big thing for y'all this month too. For some of y'all, that's going to resonate because it is three sisters. This is a card of sisterhood and brotherhood, and you know, like you're you know, that's all you want. That's all you want is to celebrate. But you will, because you got the Eight of Wands in your final outcome. Did you get the Eight of Wands in your final? I don't think so, but you got the Eight of Wands now. All right, so this is really great. Gemini, you see that this card, it's the only card that there's no figure, there's no person, there's nothing here but Eight Wands. Zip, 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 zipping through the air. There's a lot of enthusiasm with this card. Did I talk about travel? Y'all are traveling. Some of y'all are traveling. Use it to, again, use it as a force of good. Learn something about yourself. But this is very invigorating. And this is just saying that things are going to move really fast for you. Okay? Things are going to move fast for you now. Just go with the flow. Go with it. Go with it. Don't let anything slow you down. I said this is going to be a fiery month with, you know, that Mars and Venus and Leo placement. And then remember, we're in your season. We're in your home, okay? Sun in Gemini for the first 2 weeks of June, and then we have Mercury in Gemini. All right, you're just going to be really good in terms of communicating the things that you need, but you're definitely starting this new journey. And again, for a lot of y'all, just think about that. Like, is it something? In what way do you want that, right? Is it emotionally? Is it spiritually? Is it something in your physical world? But you got the Fool in your future and the Eight of Wands in your final outcome. Okay, and then again, Queen of Wands clarifying the Three of Swords. But you really do have to let go of any sort of fears that you have. Any sort of fears. It's time to face them on. All right. You need to. It's like don't let these low energy frequencies like fears and worries and doubt and even self-doubt. Don't let them own you. You own them, okay? You take charge. You control them, all right? You do it. And you'll be fine. And you'll be fine. Just it's time to surrender some things and not fear things. But again, some of y'all, it could be just going really deep and having that moment of meditation and just being really aware in the moment. It's going to help. So, as I said earlier, I break it down week by week. Let's see what's going on for you every week. Like I said, June, we're already kicking off with an amazing aspect. Jupiter conjuncting the North Node. I absolutely love that. And then we have that full moon in Sagittarius. There could be something with partnerships there, okay? The ending of partnerships. I mean, full moons really do bring closure. At the same time, they also when something ends, something begins. So, again, they could be work. It could be career. If you're Gemini rising, it's going to definitely affect you more, like bigger than like Geminis, but every Gemini is going to feel that. Y'all are going to feel that, especially because it really does affect the mutable signs the most. And then Venus is entering Leo. That's going to happen on May 5th. That's huge. That's just like, honestly, it's all about having fun. It's all about having fun, and it's in your third house. It's like you're going to be in your element. You're going to be chatty. You're going to be, it's a great, and again, y'all are going to be traveling. You're going to be loving to travel. And when I say travel, just go, if you're not in a place where you can travel, go down, drive down to the woods, down the street, just do, walk along the river. And then Mercury goes into your sign on the 11th. But let's go ahead and see what's going on for you, Gemini, for the first week of June. Oh, yes. You're good. I'm not even gonna. You know the Emperor. Come on, ruler of your own destiny. Remember, I said Jupiter is conjuncting the North Node. Ruler of your own destiny here. This is someone who calls the shots, makes the calls. He's the ruler. He's the ruler. But this is really great that this came up the first week, okay? Because I think after that full moon in Sagittarius, you will have a lot more clarity in some areas of your life, especially career too. There's, Saturn is at play a lot this month, but we'll get to that later. But Saturn moved into Pisces in your 10th house back in March, and so career, it's like you're taking career a lot more seriously, or even just recognition, public recognition, all of that. But you've got the Emperor. I mean, this is mastery of self. You're good. Gemini, second week. Oh, this is when we have that big new moon in your sign, all right? This is just a good time to plant some seeds. Again, we're going to talk more about this in the second week in my weeklies. This is the week that Saturn does go retrograde, and that is really good. Retrogrades, Mercury retrograde is one thing, but Saturn retrograde is great. It's like a boulder off your shoulder. And so Saturn, which is like the taskmaster planet, the planet of like responsibility, tough love, it's going retrograde, so it's actually really good. It's like thinking about getting more clarity, thinking about your long-term goals, your long-term commitments, correcting course too, okay? Correcting course. How great is it that that's happening right after the new moon in Gemini, right? So, second week of June. Let's see what's going on for you, Gemini. All right. Oh, I love it. You got the Six of Cups. This is perfect. This is great. Do you see the process? Okay. You got the Emperor, and now you got the Six of Cups. This is all about letting your guard down. This is saying that you have comfort, you have security, you have protection. This is the biggest house in tarot, indicating all of that. So you're good, okay? It's really also like, that awareness is going to be really good. Have nostalgic moments. Even thinking about like the little things in life that bring you joy. Remember, by this time, we're moving into Cancer season, which is actually your second house, ruled by, Venus is the native. I'm not even getting into it, but just think about the little things in life that bring you joy, okay? Like Hershey Kisses or whatnot, but the little things in life and just have nostalgic moments, the things that bring you joy. All right. I always say it, like when I take long flights, I put on, like when you go on a long flight and it's kind of uncomfortable and it's a long flight and whatnot. I put on an 80s movie and I'm good. I put on like The Breakfast Club, whatever. I don't even care. And I'm good. Everything, life is great. Nostalgia is, proven to through research from everybody to improve quality of life and mental health and overall well-being. So have nostalgic moments, but just know that you're good with the Six of Cups. That's so much kindness here, and it's so much like, tapping into your inner child, if you want to call it. I love this for you. All right, so it's really just, there's no fear in that card, okay? So we're moving in a good direction. Now, the third week of June, Jupiter, Sextile, Saturn, big deal, super rare aspect. Again, think back what happened around December 21st, 2020, okay? That's anything that you were working on then, anything that you were, something big around that time, you could start seeing it start coming to fruition now. All right, it's like your hard work is paid off and you're going to see it. Okay, so think about that. This is also the 21st is when the sun enters Cancer on the day of the summer, like summer starts on the 21st. It's so love it. Summer's here. It's why my air conditioner is up because it's already, it's not even, it's already like 80 degrees in New York. So, but let's, what else is going on that week for you? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. On the 21st, Mercury is sextiling Mars. That's amazing. Mercury is your ruling planet, as I've said, and this is a really great aspect. This is absolutely amazing. This is like, again, it's just really amplifying that nothing can stop you now energy. Like, nothing can stop you now. You are on fire. You have so much passion, and nothing's gonna get in your way, and you're not gonna get in your way. You're not gonna get in your way. Okay, so third week. Look at that. You got the Eight of Pentacles. And so this is someone who is so focused on building his legacy, on reaching his goals, on everything that he's been working on coming to fruition. Now, he's removed himself from the village to be that focused. This is amazing. I absolutely love you. So this is career, this is money, this is anything that you've invested in. Pentacles, remember, are physical reality, so it can be relationships. What resonates with you? What have you been working on that you really want to, you get to the finish line, right? And actually, one thing I'm going to point out here, the seats in tarot are very significant, like the thrones or whatnot. He's on a wooden bench. And so what does that mean? Wooden benches mean it's temporary. So you're pretty close. And you won't have to be there hammering away forever. So last week of, where are we? June. Last week of June. Mercury is entering Cancer. That's honestly the fact, again, that Mercury's going into Cancer in your second house, which is all about self-value, self-worth, even salary, finances. It's ruled by Taurus. Taurus is ruling planet is Venus. Venus is in Leo. I mean, there's it's just it's really like a lot of intuitive energy too, but it's really just you believing in yourself, knowing that everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to work out for you. There's some great days. Neptune's going retrograde, so that really amplifies that spiritual aspect of really going within. But again, we'll talk. There's a lot of aspects that week, actually. There's a lot of aspects. So we'll talk more about that during the weekly reading, but let's see what's going on for you for the last week of June. You're good. In fact, you were, like, good. You got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords ruled by Libra, okay? And she's very similar to the Justice card, which is ruled by Libra as well. This is, so you see here, you've got two queens, you've got two kings. Queen of Swords, let me just tell you real quick. This is all about having your head above the clouds. This is being, again, facing all your truths. So by the end of the month, you'll be good. This is being honest to yourself. This is being, having that integrity. This is being so powerful and authoritative. Again, remember the Swords of the mental suit. So you just being like in this headspace where you're like, screw that. I know what I want. I know nothing's going to stop me. Again, that's like the energy of this month. But one other thing, I call her the Ice Queen. Ice Queen. Okay, yeah, I thought I said ice cream. I call her the Ice Queen. And it's because you don't see any water in this card. She's left all emotions at the door. She leads with her head. She is all about logic, fairness, all of that. And she doesn't really, you don't see, I mean, again, emotions at the door. This is just being all about communication, all about decision making, all about hearing the truth, facing the truth, knowing yourself, all of that. Absolutely cutting any drama out of your life, using that sword to do it. But she is, you can see her hand extended, all right? So she's like, come to me. What's up? Talk to me. And so that's how confident she is. Like, she is a powerful queen. She is a fair queen. But she is also that queen that even if there is no water here, and even if she has left emotions at the door, she hasn't shut everyone out. She's fair, she's honest, but she's, the most important thing, powerful in terms of what's going on up here, okay? Logic, intellect, it's just like, the clarity that you're going to have is going to be like I don't know what that was, but do you get what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. Yeah, I mean, the Queen of Swords, again, all that, it's just like everything that you've worked for. It's like, think of like Game of Thrones, okay? Where Khaleesi, think of her in the first episode, and then think of her in like mid season, where she had that power, where she had that authority, where she was the. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like that, okay? And we're stopping right there, where she's like the queen. But again, she think of any queen that just rules with her head, just really just. Ooh, up there, all that logic, all that intellect. It's really just being just very what's the word? I can't even think of the word. It's so like, I'm gonna see. Yeah, it's 45. That's why I've gone 45 minutes into this reading. So basically, you're gonna be fine. Basically, you're gonna be fine. You're going to be on top of things. You're going to have a lot of power. You're going to have a lot of authority. It's almost like you get your power back, if that makes sense. Looking at the progress here, how you started with the Eight of Swords and now you're ending up with the Queen of Swords, you're good. You're absolutely good. So, but you have to take that action too, okay? You have to take that action. Gemini, I'm going to let you go. I had no idea I went 45 minutes long. I'm going to let you go. 46 minutes now. Gemini, you're amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in. You're going to be fine. I love this new journey that you're going to go on. You're going to be fine. And everything's going to move really fast for you. And don't forget, you have the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands here. But also, you got the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups, which actually is like a really great balance. But thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.